This week's episode is brought to you by City Distilling. Distilled from 100% corn and gluten-free, City Street Vodka is the perfect complement to your favorite martini or cocktail. You belong to the city. For more information, visit citydistilling.com or stop by City Distilling at 7600 State Road in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hey guys, and welcome back to Raw and Unsolicited. On this week's episode, we have a question from a listener. What is the question, Ryan?
The question is, what does a 50-something-year-old male do to attract women?
Very interesting topic to ask two gay men who don't need to attract women, but I think that we can definitely give some advice on this topic for sure.
We can definitely touch on what he can do to make himself more appealing to women, right? So we're kind of women, we're gay, so like a lot of people look at us as women.
Sure.
I know you would never agree with that. That's why you said sure, because it's the most unconfident yes, which I will always say. But we're often viewed as like not men. So I think let's dive in on what Rick, do we say his name? What Rick could do to attract women. Do you have any first, like, jump off out the gate things like you're like, oh?
I think the first thing that I would say is that not every woman is attracted to the same thing. So what type of women are you looking for? I think that that's where the question has to start. Like, are you looking for somebody your age? Are you looking for a young woman? Are you looking for a soulmate? Are you looking for somebody to just have sex with? What are you looking for to attract these women? Like, what type of women are you trying to attract?
Is there anything that this gentleman can do that will attract all women that say them? Ones that want to have sex, ones that just want to read books in the park with them, ones that want to go to the movies, ones that just want to be friends. Like sometimes maybe he just wants to attract friends. We don't know. What is a general thing you can do to attract women of all ages?
I mean, I think that I think most people would agree that the most attractive thing about any person in general is confidence.
100%.
I think that that's where I would start is, are you confident in yourself, and are you putting yourself in a position that you're putting yourself out there? Like, I am a confident person who knows that I'm a good person, I'm an attractive person, whatever.
And is it real confidence? A lot of people often portray confidence and don't really have it.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree with that. I think that, having real confidence, and I think some of that is like fake it till you make it kind of thing. I think it's manifestation. It's, putting yourself in a position where you tell yourself that you believe in yourself, that you're confident, that, anybody wants to be with you, and you're going to attract a higher level of people.
I mean, if not, you're just attracting love to yourself and just enjoying who you are as a person even. But that is true. Fake it till you make it. There's lots of times where even when I was heavier and I had jacked teeth, I was like, I always had like confidence I never deserved. I always had like the most confidence. But then now, like, I look back and I'm like, my teeth are straight now. I'm a little bit skinnier. And I still portray this confidence, but now I'm finding it like, is it confident, or have I been just manifesting this fake confidence my entire life? And I'm learning that I'm the most insecure, confident person you're ever going to meet. That's exactly what I am. Is I'm the most insecure, confident person you're ever going to meet. But I'm faking it, and I am making it, and people are attracted to me, and I am beating them off with bats left and right. I'm really not. I'm kidding. But that really is the truest thing that you could have said out the gate is confidence for anyone listening.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the confidence piece is where you start. And then my next thing would be, how are you putting yourself out there? So are you sitting at home and going to the same restaurant and bar, and you're doing the same routine every single day waiting to find somebody? Because if you are, you're not going to find somebody in the same place that you've been going and not finding somebody.
Yeah.
So, are you putting yourself out there? Are you going places to meet people and find people? Are you putting yourself on dating websites? Are you putting yourself on whatever it is you're looking for? Are you looking for a hookup? Are you on a hookup app? Are you looking for a soulmate? Are you on eHarmony?
Is that the one that you find your soulmate
That's
on?
where most soulmates are found. Haven't you seen the commercials?
No, I have not actually.
I don't know, eHarmony, if you would like to sponsor us, please reach out.
We got you. Grinder, if you would like us to sponsor you, I am your biggest fan. No, I'm just kidding. Um, but no. So like you're saying, putting yourself out there, even from the looks standpoint, I'm attracted to a guy who's in gray sweatpants that looks trashy, I guess you could say.
But that's what you're attracted to.
But
I
that
mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't find that attractive, but sometimes a lot of people are not attracted to that. A lot of people want somebody who takes time to put themselves together. They dress well. They, put effort into an outfit and a look and things along that line, not just throwing on a pair of sweats.
so you're saying like are you saying be like flashy or just look put together? Or are you put together and then the flashiness is more like say he has money. I don't know if he has money or not. Does he want to portray that to women or is that drawing in the wrong kind of woman?
Again, it comes back to what is he looking for? What does he want? Does he want a sugar baby? If he has money and he wants somebody who's going to have sex with him and do whatever he wants them to do, then yeah, maybe he just needs to flaunt some money and he'll get that.
Rick, you know where I work. If you need a sugar baby and you want to try a boy, I got you. I mean, yeah, I guess you are right. Every time, so we can give him all these different ideas, but it's going to come back to does he know what he wants? Does he even want anything?
Right,
Maybe it's just a general question and he still doesn't even know what he wants.
right.
But do you know what you want in your next relationship or partner?
Me?
Yes.
I mean, I have a whole list. I
Shut
mean,
Besides the three B's, besides your three B's, what is something you are looking for in a partner?
um,
I don't need the whole list.
yeah,
Neither
I
does anybody
mean,
else.
yeah, that would be a whole hour of me just going over my list. But I think that there's, a few things. I think that confidence, I think, having a job, having aspirations. I say having a job, but like that is kind of a bare minimum. And I think, whatever, but having aspirations, having career goals, having, your finances in order, wanting to build a future. I think all of that is really important in a partner. For me, I wouldn't say that I'm currently looking for a partner. I'm not like actively pursuing and like I need to find my soulmate right now. But I'm looking ultimately for somebody to be a partner, to be a significant other, to be a long-term thing. I'm not looking at all for somebody to just be a hookup or to just kill time or pass the time or whatever the case may be. That's not me. That's not what I want.
But I feel like that's a lot of what is happening now in the world.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's probably what you want, right?
No, not at all. I've had my phases where I was able to be the whore. I don't want that. I've never, since my last breakup, I've been out there, but I'm not like after you. I was like anything and everything, like all bets are off.
Right.
I'm not doing that this time. Not that I'm too old for that. There's too many weirdos out there. There's too many. No, I've watched Dahmer. And no, I'm not in a position, even mentally,
I
that
mean,
I
there's
want
that
to.
grinder killer out there that just got sentenced to like 45 years.
Well, now that's
Did you
why I
hear
feel
about
safe.
that?
No, but that's why I feel safe on Grindr because he got caught. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. But no, there's too many moving parts in the dating world, and there's too many things that people want and don't want, and ghost you so quickly, and
Yeah.
there's so many layers to what is happening in just the gay dating world right now.
I mean, in any dating world, it's not just the gay dating world. I think where we're at in the world right now, like how far we've come in, the last 15 years or so with the introduction of the dating apps and social media and all of that, there's just too many options at this point. We're out there and we're swiping right and swiping and swiping. Like there's so many options for us. And before it was you would go to a bar, you would go to a club, you would go to somewhere, and there's however many people there, 100 people, 200 people to choose from. But now you can cast that net wider. I can open up Tinder and I can set my mileage to 200 miles and I see everybody in a 6-state radius.
But is that realistic for people? Are people going to drive 200 miles for the potential love of their life?
I mean, some people say yes. I mean, me, no. I have a lease and
I,
I'm not.
I knew you were going to say that. They can drive to me. They're coming to me. I have a lease.
I'm not putting the miles on my car. But no, I mean, I do think that I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to something long distance if it was the right person, but I'm not starting a relationship based off of long distance.
But how do you even start a long distance relation? Like, I feel like everybody goes into a long distance relationship already like, no. Like, I'm sure there's someone out there that has done it and it worked. And
I mean, you worked with somebody who had a long distance relationship with somebody in Australia. It was United States and Australia, and they ended up getting married.
I did.
Yes.
Who?
I don't. Can we say names on it?
Someone, United States and Australia, and they're married?
Yeah. It was a girl that you worked with at Lush.
She's from here?
Yes.
Why am I so like, duh? Why can I not remember? Who?
Anywho,
can you do sign language?
do you know sign language? You don't even know sign language.
I don't know that
Anyway.
name either.
Anyway.
Sorry that I forget you if you're listening. I'm really good at that stuff usually.
Yeah, I mean, you were close with this person, so it's not like it was somebody just random.
And now they live in Australia?
No.
Their boyfriend does.
I think her boyfriend lives here now. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'll check my social.
Oh.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know how they started their relationship though.
I mean, I know a lot of people that have started relationships long distance. What I've heard mostly from the people that I know it's the gaming community. They start as like gamers, they play online gaming together, and they lead from there. Like that's what I've seen a few times. I mean, frequent enough to say frequently.
Do they fuck with their headsets on?
I don't know.
I'm really curious. If you're listening and you're a gamer and you have a gamer girlfriend or boyfriend, do you guys have intercourse with your headsets on? Let me know.
So, speaking of, so that is definitely a turn on for me. Like,
gamers?
Yes. So totally. So
hope you're listening, boys.
I don't know. And maybe this just comes from porn that I've watched and it's just the storyline of that porn. And now it became a turn on for me. I'm not really quite sure. But like, one of the things that I like is like distraction. So like if the person is gaming and they have, their Oculus on or they have their headset on and they're totally in the game and all of a sudden you just start doing something to them, like that is a total turn on for me. Like I love that.
Got it.
But anyway, back let's circle back a little bit. So let's go back to the options here. I think that that's one of the difficult things in today's dating world is the amount of options that you have. And you have social media and you have these people that are commenting on photos or that, you're seeing over and over again. And it just creates all of these options. And then on top of that, social media, as much as I love it and I use it regularly, and we need it in today's world to some extent. It's made so many things more easy, and has made the world better in a lot of aspects. It's kind of toxic sometimes.
Kind of.
It's very toxic sometimes.
Social media is rough.
And like it's such like a comparison thing. You see these people, and what is social media? Social media is a way for you to present the best version of yourself. Not very few people are on Instagram posing with stretch marks and flabby and raw. I mean, most people are, this is, I look the best in this photo, so I'm going to post that. I'm going to add this filter. I'm going to do the Photoshop. I'm going to add that AI to it, whatever the case may be, to make them the best version of themselves. And we sit here and we compare ourselves to them. Whether it be consciously or not, we're like, oh, wow, they look good. And then it's like, I need to look good.
Yeah.
And then if you're in a relationship and you see other people in relationships, they're only putting the best versions of themselves out there. Happy anniversary, babe. I love you. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And if you don't know them personally, you don't know that there's more to that.
Like she just went into the kitchen and hit him with a frying pan. Like that's literally what is happening.
Right. Absolutely.
They say the best relationships are not on social media. So then I look back and I'm like, both of my relationships were all over social media. But neither of my
and
relationships...
clearly that's why they failed.
That is not... I mean, maybe... Honestly, maybe social media, people saw how happy we were, me and both of my relationships. And people plant these little seeds of doubt and this negativeness in our minds. And who knows? So many people don't like to see people happy. And it's very sad. And that is what makes social media toxic.
Yeah.
People don't want to cheer each other on. They'd rather like, my friend's promoting her pyramid scheme. Shut up and just buy her lotion. Like, just support your friend.
Right.
Instead of being such a troll with the favorite color green, just support people. Just make people happy. And that literally is all I can say. Like, I'm all over social media because I love to brag about myself and show myself filters and everything. And then I kind of step off of it from there because I don't want to try to compare myself to other people. And I don't, no, I do want people to have rude things to say to me because I would love to respond to them. So that's a lie. Because I have a lot to say and I want people to just be nice. I'm not always nice, but I'm always trying, is what I can say. And I just want more people to try and not be an internet troll.
I think that I can think back to, times in our relationship and, times where there were comparison pieces. There were like, even if it was silly, even if it was stupid, and it was like, oh, like that famous celebrity relationship, like I want to be like them. Like we should be like them, or a TV character of, I want a relationship like that. After Schitt's Creek blew up, I was on Tinder and I would see all over the place. It was like just trying to find the Patrick.
Uh-huh.
It was like you're trying to create a something of a fake relationship. Like that is a written relationship. Like that is not real.
Well, plus you're looking for someone who wasn't for you. You're looking for what you think is perfect. They're perfect together. Patrick might not be perfect for you.
Right.
He just seems perfect because he's so perfect for David.
Right. I'm using gay examples here, but like the Mitch and Cam. It's like, oh, like I want my Mitch, I want my Cam. Like, no, like
because people don't want to be like Ross and Rachel because they were real. They had fights, they broke up. That's the thing.
But they still weren't real. That is still
but
a made up thing. They were
more real of a relationship than what these relationships are being portrayed as on TV. Nothing is roses and rainbows.
Stop comparing yourself to anybody.
I agree.
Stop comparing yourself to whether it's fiction or reality. I mean, people sit there and they're like, I want the relationship that my grandparents had. Your grandparents are 90 years old. They didn't have social media growing up. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have so many things. They probably didn't even have antibiotics back then. So
They had alcohol and tin cans, and alcohol is kills
there's so
everything.
many things that are different now. Like society is different. The world is different. Stop comparing yourself to people and things.
That's what we're conditioned to do. I feel like we were not that we were raised that way, but that's all that has been around us, and people before us have done it. Not saying like our parents, but like people that we look up to maybe in our lives were doing that. So that's all that we know. So that's why we have to be the ones to break it.
Yeah.
Would you say that you're sitting here breaking these things you're telling people not to do?
What do you
You're not
mean?
comparing yourself to other people, and you're not looking for this like perfect relationship.
No. I can honestly say that I'm not. No. Um I would say that I'm not going to lie and say that I don't compare. Like, obviously, there's comparisons. You know, when a friend of mine goes through a similar situation, of course, I can compare those things. You know what I mean? Of course, I can link what I've been through with somebody else. Like,
But that's
I
not
can
comparison, that's
compare.
empathy, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about like when you're posting on your social media, when you're scrolling social media, are you comparing your body to that guy you just scrolled past, or that guy's beard is bushier? Are you?
Subconsciously, I would say yes, I am. In that moment consciously, I'm not like, oh, like I wish that my beard looked like his. I'm not like, oh, I wish my body looked like his. Like I honestly, I don't feel that way. There are times where I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I wish my beard looked differently, or I wish my stomach was flatter, or whatever the case may be. Yes, there's pieces of that, but I don't think that I sit there and I compare myself.
But are you looking for this perfect relationship that is built on something else?
No.
Even though you're not out in the world or looking, you can like sit there and say that you're not.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we're not giving people advice
No,
that we're
absolutely.
not, because I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a total hypocrite on some of these things and say don't compare, but
Right.
I do.
Yeah, I
But
know you
that's why
do.
I don't stay on social media.
You used to compare us to your parents and your brother and sister-in-law and other relationships of real people in our lives of, well, why can't we be like them? Well, why can't this happen? Like,
But I think sometimes we were similar to a lot of the relationships in our life, sometimes better, sometimes worse. But looking back now, like there's never a reason to ever do that. Just live in the relationship that you're in. And
correct.
that's what I did in my next one, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's why I still compare myself to other people, but I know what I want in a relationship and I know what not to like compare and
I think that I I don't know. I don't think that I compare myself or my relationship to others. But I learn from others and I learn from things like, oh, I like that idea. Oh, I like the way that he treats her or he treats him or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, I I like that and that's how I want to be. Or, I look at a relationship and I'm like, like I don't like that that happens. Or I look at my own relationships and I learn from the experiences that I was in and I don't want that in a future relationship. Or, I know that I really enjoyed this aspect of the relationship and that's something that I desire in a future relationship. But I don't consciously compare.
so do you think that we're all just in the world going through bad relationship after bad relationship until you know what you need in a relationship and then find it? Or do you think some people really just find it? Or do you think some people are just pretending they have it? Do you think all the above?
I think a
Because
little
I
of all of the above.
because clearly I'm just going through not bad relationship. I'm not going to say bad relationship. I'm clearly not learning something that I need to stay in a relationship.
I mean, I do think that sometimes the universe gives us a lesson for us to learn. And if we don't learn it, they give it to us again.
Well, I'm tired.
So maybe you need to really think
I
about what your
think
lesson is that you need to learn.
I think I've learned it. And now I have to
Well, I hope
test it on
so.
the next one.
I hope so for your sake. I hope you have learned it. Um, but no, I think that yes, I think that we learn from some of our relationships. I think sometimes people do find the right person and it's the first time and it lasts forever. You know, I don't think that there's a a perfect scenario. I don't think that everything it's not cookie cutter. It's not the same for everybody. You know, everything is different for every person and we've all been through different things and experienced different things and make us a different person and that may or may not mesh well with somebody else.
I was just gonna say, damn. So do you no, I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know. We didn't definitely didn't answer Rick's question, did we? We still said confidence, and then we kind of went on this tangent about dating and the internet.
I mean, I think that we answered Rick's question, but let's
I mean, ultimately, we said, like, does he know what he wants?
right.
But we're never going to have that answer until he reaches back out and lets us know that he knows what he wants. You don't have to, Rick, but
I think that for Rick, how can you attract women? What do women want? I mean, wasn't there a Meg Ryan film about what women want? Was it Meg Ryan? Tom Hanks?
I
No, that was You've Got
know
Mail.
what's his name, Mel Gibson,
Mel Gibson, yes, what
but I don't
women
know who the
want.
woman was.
I don't know. But anyway,
Rick, so
um
maybe watch What Women Want if you haven't already. But I don't even, what? That's not the answer.
I
But
think
think about it. What do we have? There's so many women that are attracted to us, even as gay men, that think like they have a shot. Like when you go to bars and even people that have been in our lives before we were together or after that are attracted to us. What do we have?
I mean, what do you find attractive in a man?
Starts with confidence, and then it goes to like the things that I go for.
So are you more of a looks or more of a personality?
Everything starts with looks. And if you say it doesn't, you're lying. You're not going to talk to some foot, whether they have a personality or not. I don't care who you are.
Right.
It starts with looks. You don't have to be the best looking, but you have to be someone I'm like, oh, I could grow you into something. Or I can like polish you up maybe.
Always looking to fix.
But I mean, yes, I am always looking to fix things, but the last one you don't have to fix, right? Like you're supposed to just walk into this next relationship and they're gonna be perfect
Maybe not the
for
next
me.
relationship, but
Well, the next one is meant for me.
eventually.
I'm just kidding. What did you just ask me?
What do you find attractive in a man?
It starts like again, starts with looks. I want someone who knows what they want in life. You can just tell. They're very confident. They're very sure of everything they're doing, the way they move, the way they walk into a room. And then you have to be a man. That's literally it. I want like a man's man.
Okay. Um,
What about you?
I mean, I totally agree that it starts with looks. I mean, if I'm not physically attracted to you, unfortunately, I'm probably not going to give you the time of day. And is that probably unfair to some people? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there have been people in my past that I might not have been physically attracted to them first glance or, first impression, and they grew on me. And eventually I did find them attractive. And I think that most of that linked to their confidence, honestly, their confidence, their energy. Were they giving off good, feel good energy? Are they a positive, upbeat type of person? Are they somebody who, is happy with life and
So, what had you keep them in your life per se. If they're not, if they weren't the best looking, why were they still around to exude that confidence? And like, what made you, I guess, give them that chance? Or like,
Well, this
did you meet them online? Like, what? I
no.
don't.
I mean, in these scenarios, it's not people that like I found on a dating app or something like that. It's somebody that either, I was in school with or were friends of friends or, something like that where they just happened to be in my life. And eventually there was just a point where it was like, maybe I am attracted to him. Maybe there is a little something there.
And then you explore it, and then
I
nothing
mean,
happens.
I mean, I would say a majority of it was not explored. I would say a majority of it didn't lead to anything. But it's just somebody who I might not have found attractive first glance became more attractive as time progressed because of the person that was underneath the exterior.
So when people approach you, whether it be on the apps or in public or wherever you are in your life,
People don't approach me.
that's because you are so unapproachable. You have
Why? Why am I so unapproachable?
because you just look miserable all the time.
Anywho, back to your question. When people approach me,
So people attempt to approach you, um, and you're not into them, whether it be on the apps or whatever. Well, you can be approachable on the apps, so that's probably why you're getting the most hits on your Instagram and things like that. What do you say to them?
if I'm not interested,
Yeah. Or are you one of those silent people? Do you ghost them? Do you just not respond? Because I have a lot to say about this topic.
so when it comes to the dating apps, so people who, like me, swipe right, whatever the case may be, if I'm not interested, I don't say anything. I literally don't give them a chance. I don't have a conversation. I don't do anything. If I start talking to somebody for whatever reason and then I find out that I don't like them for one reason or another, I am not a ghoster. I don't ghost people. I will tell you straight up, listen, and I've said it tons of times. Literally would say, well, I'm not going to ghost you, so I just want to let you know. And I do. I tell them, whatever the case may be, whether it's I started talking to somebody else, there was somebody else that I'm more interested in, I got into a relationship, or whether it's, there was something about you that I don't find
Would
attractive
you
or
tell them?
absolutely. So to an extent. So I would tell them that there's something that I don't like about them. I wouldn't necessarily pick at them. I wouldn't necessarily point out all of their flaws and be like, well, I don't like this about you. Like, I'm not trying to knock somebody down,
Yeah, good.
but I'm going to tell them, listen, like, this isn't right. We're not a match. I'm sorry. I wish you the best, whatever the case may be, but that's it. What about you?
So my big thing on the apps is if I'm not into you and you reach out to me, I respond to every single person. And what I say to them is, no, thank you. And I was talking to my friend the other day, and she's like, that's kind of mean. If I'm saying no, thank you, I don't, it's better than not saying anything, right? Is it not?
I don't know. I think that it depends on the tone and the circumstance
It's
because
a text.
I mean, I can see how that can be kind of bitchy. I can see how that can kind of be like, no thanks.
But
Like,
I say thank you. No, thank
no,
you.
thank you. Like, it kind of can be snobby. Like, I mean, so I,
Should
I
I
feel like
say no offense? No, thank you. Not trying to be rude. No, thank you.
no, but so I feel like your example here is probably Grinder, where
Why?
on
Why does it have to be Grinder?
because Grinder is different in the fact that you can literally just message somebody. You don't have to connect with them. You don't have to both swipe right first. You don't have to both say yes. You can literally just start
True.
messaging
It could be
somebody.
Instagram.
Okay, fine. In an event that
They could have
somebody can
found my
just
number on a bathroom wall and sent me an unsolicited photo.
So, in this example, like, yeah, that's kind of shitty. Like they're just kind of shooting their shot. Like, hey, how are you? And you're just like, no, thank you. Like that is kind of a little snobby. Like I feel like in that scenario, not responding is better.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, that's what I would do.
Is not responding the same as ghosting?
No,
Ghosting
because
is like
ghost.
someone you've built, not built, but like you've talked to or
Yes,
you've established some sort of conversation or communication or contact.
yes,
Got it. So I definitely don't ghost people because that's my big. I'm like, what is the point of that?
right.
Just to be honest.
Have you ever ghosted somebody?
Um, I'm not gonna say no because I probably have, but I don't remember anything. So no, I have. I can't give you for examples, but I definitely have ghosted someone. And I think that's probably why I don't like it because maybe I'm getting all this karma back being ghosted. Maybe, I don't know. You've never ghosted anyone.
Oh, I have for
Oh,
sure.
didn't we just talk about this? And you're like, I always send them a letter and say, you're not for me because,
Well,
but I'm not going to tear you apart.
I mean, we can rewind, but I don't think I said always. but
Got
but
it.
I think anyone that I've actually established something with, like it was a little bit more than just a few interactions or a few messages. I've done that for the most part. I wouldn't say everybody, but I've definitely ghosted people, but it's more so I like I I feel like in the events that I did ghost people, it was I gave them a no already. Like I already
And they
it,
didn't get the
and
hint
they didn't get the hint, so it was just kind of like why am I wasting my breath
because they were shooting their shot. So say no, thank
again
you.
again?
Say no, thank you because clearly it works. No, thank you.
Have you been ghosted
Yeah, absolutely.
a lot?
No, I don't give a lot of people the opportunity because I'm very shallow. So on the apps, it starts with looks, and I'm just like X, swipe. What is it, left? I'm like left.
Yeah.
Maybe it's right, and I'm going the wrong way the whole time. That's why I just ghost people. I don't know, but no, I'm very shallow when it comes to men, and I'm just like no, like it literally is fully looks. I don't care what your profile says. I don't care if you wear gray sweatpants in every photo. It's like it starts with your face. It literally starts with your face.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no. You could be the ugliest thing with gray sweatpants on, tattoos, shave head, and a beard, and I'm still gonna swipe left because you're ugly. Even though you hit all those other qualifiers, I'm still swiping left because I'm shallow.
So do you read anybody's profile?
No, I only read the headlines. I'm like, no, thank you. There's
Yeah, that
also
checks
way
out.
too many Ryans and Andrews on dating apps.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
I'm like, no, can't date a Ryan. Not doing it. Nope. Nope. Can't.
It's
I'm like, why is there so many gay Ryans and Andrews? Or are they straight?
I
Did you
mean,
notice some of them have straight guys on it?
that's a
And like, why are they popping up on my profile? Are they trying to dabble? Because
possibly.
I'm like, right, right. I don't care how
Every
ugly
time
you
you
are.
see straight, you
I'm
just
like,
write.
right, let me turn them out. Let me turn them out.
Even if their name's Ryan and Andrew, and even
Yeah,
if they're ugly.
absolutely. Absolutely. It gives me a chance to
All
turn
right,
out a
so
straight man. I'm on it. Put a bag on your head. I'm going to go to town. Yes, absolutely.
all right, so it doesn't start with looks. It starts
With
with
straight men.
your sexual orientation.
If you straighten ugly, got it. No, I'm kidding. I'm still very shallow. Um, did you ask if have you been ghosted? Did you answer that?
I feel like I've been ghosted. I had to have been ghosted. Um, I can't pinpoint
Yeah.
one at the moment, but yeah. I feel like my biggest thing, like I more so than getting ghosted, I get a lot of inconsistencies. So I get people that are like they talk to you for a minute and then they just kind of like fall off and then like days later they talk to you again. Or like a month later they talk to you again. And it's like who's got time for that? Like
Do you think straights deal with that? Or am I
yes.
just being ignorant and be like, it's a gay men, gay men? Do you
Yes.
think straights deal with
100%.
because there is no offense, gay men, there are so many inconsistent gay gentlemen in this world. Like
Yeah.
you said, they'll blow you up for 3 days straight, and then you'll be like, hello,
Yeah.
nothing. 3 days later, like, sorry, my cat. Like they always have some sort of bullshit excuse. My cat was getting LASIK, or like I'm just like, don't even bother. Like stay consistent or don't waste my time.
Yeah.
But it's even like with dating and conversation and like you ever go on a date with a guy and you're like trying to have a conversation and inconsistency in person, it's even
Mm,
worse
no, I don't think so.
when you're just staring at each other's souls, like just trying to
I
hope
don't
that
go
the
on many dates. So
I do because I like free meals. So I go on as many dates
how
as
do I get
possible.
free meals? Because
You have to
every
be a
time,
bottom.
so that's just it. Like if I'm a bottom, I get a free meal.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you get some dick. That's all the free meals I'm getting. No, I don't know.
I
I
don't ever
think,
get free meals. Like I usually end up paying or pay
and you
half.
get nothing out of it. You just get a meal and a conversation.
Yeah.
You better at least get a blowjob in the car or something. So no, I think it's just another thing that's built into the stereotypes is that the man pays. You know what I'm saying? Or I look at it as whoever asked who. Like if I'm like, hey, you want to go on a date? You want to grab coffee? I'm buying you that drink or coffee because I invited you.
So do you do that?
No, I still no.
So do you never invite people on a date
Sure not.
or
I sure fucking don't. So what I say to them, what I say to them is, when do you want to take me on a date? And they say, when do you want to go on a date? I say, you tell me. That is how I get all my free meals. I've split a couple times with guys. I've never seen them again, but I've split meals with men. There's only one man in my life that I have paid for, and have continued a relationship or a conversation with,
okay?
and it was you.
You did not pay for
I
me.
paid on our first date,
So,
because you lost your wallet.
so
You were the only man. If I'm lying and you're listening, reach out to me and let me know that I paid for you because I really can only remember Andrew. You are the only person.
okay, so first off, I did have some money because I cashed in lottery tickets on my way over the bridge.
To cross the toll, you said, or something. I don't know,
But
whatever.
I did. I lost my wallet that morning. I left it in the parking lot of a restaurant that morning. But like I wanted to cancel the date because of that. I remember reaching out and saying like I lost my wallet, like I can't come, and you're like I got it. Like otherwise I wouldn't have done that.
So maybe you've created this like thing where you feel you have to pay.
Oh,
In
I
your
definitely
mind.
feel like I have to pay.
Why though?
I never go into a date thinking that somebody's going to pay for me. Never.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I always had the cash or the card. I'm always ready to if I have to, but I don't want to.
Right. Right.
And I
I mean,
want
I don't
that
think
for you.
anyone
I
wants.
want you to not pay on your next date. I want that for you.
Well, thank you. I hope that that happens.
It's not gonna.
So if anybody wants to take me on a date, please reach out.
John, Rick, anybody, any listeners? No, that's funny.
But remember, looks are the most important to me. So if you don't hit the three B's, then I'm probably just not going to respond.
Or he will.
Or I will have Ryan say no thank you for me.
Just try it. It really does work because they don't respond again.
Yeah, because
They're
that's
just brokenhearted.
right.
So
You
insecure.
tore them down.
I'm just here ruining the gay men of America. No, I'm not. I don't think it's that rude that I'm like, no, thank you.
I mean, I don't think it's that rude. Like, I think that it is coming from a good place. Like, I don't think that you have ill intent behind it. You're not like, but I think that it can be perceived that way. It can absolutely feel that way in the moment. Like, no, thank you. Like, what? All right.
All
Like,
right,
that was
so
offensive.
so I can think of a time where it is rude, where this profile reached out and they said hi, and then I looked at their photos and all they said was hi, and I said no, thank you. That's rude because clearly I'm basing it off. I mean, I guess this is rude. Now that I'm thinking about it, I am very rude. That's horrible. What an insight. Because it is like they're literally just saying hi, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Right.
So then, do I attempt the conversation, or I just say nothing? I just say I can't not say nothing. I don't want them to sit there and like wait for me to respond.
Do you do that? When you reach out to people and you say hey or you shoot them a message or whatever, do you sit there patiently waiting for them to respond? Like waiting, like oh my god, they haven't responded yet.
If it's an ugly straight guy that I'm about to turn out, yes, I'm waiting by the phone. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't, but I feel like most people do that for me because I'm so pretty.
Oh, okay. Oh,
They're
okay.
just like, he's gonna, and they're waiting for my dots to pop up. So that's what I should do. I should start typing so they see the dots and then delete it. Start typing so they see the lot. Just keep them hanging. That's what I should do.
That's terrible.
I'm a terrible human. Isn't that what you always said?
That is what I've always said.
I'm really not. You know that. No, I always thought that what I was saying was like right, and I was being very honest and transparent with people, and I'm going to continue to do that. It is what it is. I'm always going to say no, thank you. I'm not going to leave people in the dust and just wonder. Because I wouldn't want, even if you think I'm ugly, say no, thank you.
Right. I think what it always comes down to more than anything is your intent behind it. Like, are you being a bitch? Like, are you being a mean, inconsiderate person? Or do you have good intentions behind it? Like, it's literally like, I don't want to ghost somebody. I don't want somebody to sit there and wait. I don't want whatever. And if you're coming from a good place and you feel good about it, then continue doing what it is you're
And
doing.
that's why I'm still doing it because I'm not trying to be rude.
Right.
I just want that. I look at it as like a level of respect that I would want from someone I'm reaching out to that's not into me.
Right.
That's all. And I think it's 3 words. It's very simple.
No, thank you.
Yeah, 3 words. Is no not a word?
Well,
Because
what
it's under
if
3 letters.
that's not how that works?
What
I
is a
and A are
word?
still words.
What is a word?
Um, would you ever be open to from these dating apps or whatever? Would,
Be open to what?
so would you be open to friends, like meeting friends on the apps?
I feel like that's what a lot of the apps have is like a description that you're looking for. And I've been looking for friends on the apps and I found some great guys that like, you'd be a great friend and I want to start there. But I feel like if you're on a dating app looking for friends, it's misleading
Why is it misleading? Like,
because
what
you're
do
on
you
a
mean by that?
dating app. You don't date your friends. You date yourself and then you date other people. You don't date your, actually, I guess you can date your
You
friends.
do, and I think that all relationships need to be built, like need to build a friendship as well. It might start as a friendship and build from there, or you create a friendship as you're going, like the same way that you're building the relationship.
But I feel like a lot of gay guys, again, no offense, are trying to say they want to be your friend when they just want to like fuck you in the mouth. Or like
Yeah.
there's always like this hidden intent, I feel like, with a lot of guys right now.
I mean, I totally agree with that as well. I think there's a lot of ulterior motives when it comes to gay men specifically. I think, even in the straight world, like a guy wanting to be a friend with a female, like I feel like there's ulterior motives a lot of the time. Um, but no, I mean, if somebody is reaching out to you and they're saying hi, how do you know that they're not just looking for a friendship? Like, why do they have to be your type?
Because I don't want to hang out with ugly people either. If I'm being very honest, I've had ugly friends. I don't want ugly friends anymore. I don't want any more ugly friends in my life.
Why don't they make you look prettier?
Yes, but now I need to focus on myself and be confident within myself and not the people that I'm keeping around me. Right? I
Got
can't be
it.
like, hey girl, you want to go out? Just because I know she looks like a foot and people hit on me and not her. No, that's mean. I'm trying to be a better person.
Okay. I mean, for me, I don't want friends for sure.
Because you're a horrible friend.
Absolutely.
You are literally the worst friend. I could
I
ask
am a
any of
terrible
your
friend.
friends. You're a horrible friend.
I am a terrible friend. I okay. So to an extent, I am there when you really need me. I can give you life advice. I can help you through hard times. I can be a good friend, but a day-to-day friend, I am terrible at. I am not checking in. I'm not texting you. Hey, how are you? What's going on? Like, I'm not doing any of that. I totally am not. And if you text me and say, "Hey, what's up?" chances are I won't respond to you for 3 to 5 days.
I agree that you are a great friend and like I agree with everything you just said, but I feel like there are friends that you 100% I'm sure pick and choose and you do respond to them a little bit quicker. I mean, you have to. We all have that one friend that we respond to no matter what, or two friends or
Nope. I I I treat most of my friends very equally in that sense. If I have a friend that's going through something, or there's something going on, or whatever the case may be, then yes, like when they text me, I'll probably text them back right away. Or like if I'm planning something with that friend, like we're gonna go on a trip or something like that. Like if there's a reason to be texting, but if you text me out of nowhere, if I haven't talked to you in days and you just text me like, "Hey, what's up?" or like, "What are you doing?" My mind starts, "What do you mean? What am I doing? Are you out front? Are you trying to do something?" Like, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. So chances are I'm going to ignore you.
Because God forbid they want to see you.
Yes, because I'm not mentally prepared for that. I'm not ready
You
to do
didn't
something right
you
now.
didn't build that story in your head yet. No, but listening to what you're saying, I also am a horrible friend. But I'm horrible because I'm so selfish.
Okay.
I'm like a very like me, me, me. What am I getting out of this? Me, me, me.
Oh, I know.
But why do I have so many people that want to hang around me then? Why do I have so many people? No offense to them. I want to see all of them. And I try my best to see all of the people that I want in my life. But I'm fucking exhausted.
Hmm.
I work a lot and I want to give everyone equal time and I don't.
Hmm.
There's days where I put this friend first all the time and I go back and put this friend first all the time. And I think it's because that's the friend that I need at the moment for me. And I don't know, but again, me, me, me. I'm a very selfish person. My friends will probably tell you otherwise because I feel like I'm generally good to my friends,
Hmm.
if not great to them. And they all say that I'm not a bad friend. I feel like I'm a bad friend because I am so selfish.
I feel like a lot of my friendships are based off of convenience at the time. I mean, if
That sounds so horrible.
it is, it's absolutely
So
horrible.
you're kind of like me, me, but like stay away from me, me, me. Don't bother me, me.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm a terrible friend, but to get back to the question,
I don't even remember what the question was.
are you willing to make friends off of dating apps? Are you
No,
willing to have friendships?
no, because they want to fuck me.
Okay.
Nobody wants to be your friend. Everyone has a motive.
Okay.
Do you not agree?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I mean, why are you hitting me up and saying hi? Like what why?
I thought you were asking me.
No,
Did
no,
you? I
no,
was
no.
like, I don't know. You really want to know? I'm just kidding. No, that's
Like,
really why I'm like, I'm not. I say that I want to build friendships, but like when I'm doing it, I just so maybe my intent is not even what I'm saying. To be transparent, I
yeah.
don't even know what the fuck I want. I want to worry about me. I'll tell you that. Me, me, me.
I think that point came across very clear in the last 30 minutes.
Plus 10. But I don't know. We can't be that bad of friends if people want to be around us all the time.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess so. I think that I honestly feel in any friendship, there's give and take. And there is, what am I getting out of this relationship? In any relationship, even like not just a friendship, like a romantic relationship, a family relationship, a coworker relationship, whatever the case may be. Like, if you're not getting something out of it, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of having it? Whether it's laughter, whether it's sex, whether it's advice, whether it's energy and vibrations, whether it's anything, somebody to challenge you mentally or physically or something. If you're not gaining something from the people that are around you, then there's no point in having them around you. That's my opinion, at least.
All right. Well, maybe we should wrap this up to tie in some of those things that we've gone over to help Rick.
So, Rick, be confident in yourself. Fake it till you make it. If you're not confident, pretend to be confident, and eventually you will be confident. And figure out what it is that you're looking for. Figure out what type of woman you're looking for. Step outside of your comfort zone, put yourself in scenarios where you can find these women, whether it be in person, online, on the apps, whatever the case may be. Put yourself out there and be open to it. That would be my advice for you, Rick.
Rick, I'm going to tell you to just be honest, be transparent, be as forward as you want to be. Shoot your shot until you get your shot. And that is it. But just be honest with yourself, with everyone that's reaching out to you. Try the no thank you method. It works. Um, or just put yourself in uncomfortable positions where you never thought you would be to meet someone, because that's where you're going to meet people.
Yeah.
Do different things.
And of course, both of us touched on it starts with looks, right? So, Rick, how do you look?
Rick is very handsome.
Are you put together? Do you take care of your body? Do you take care of yourself? Do you get regular haircuts? Do you have good hygiene?
Do you have gray sweatpants? Are you rich? Just kidding, Rick.
I
You
mean, if
got
you're
this.
if you're going to lead with money, if that's what you want, then lead with money, but you
It's
know,
not necessarily going to get you what you want.
yeah.
All right, guys. I am going to get out of here. How about you?
Thank you. It was great, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Bye.